everyone, I'm Brie.
And I'm Cambria, and you're listening to Sister-in-Law. Hey, Sal.
Hi.
How's it going?
So good.
Good. Here we are. Back at it.
We have some things from last episode to touch on, or like a couple episodes ago. So I mentioned that there's 6 sisters, and I was counting myself in the group chat that I made. There's 7. Yes. Because we have my stepsister Janine,
right,
who is a mother of 2. She has my incredible nephews, and she's also...
So the 6 of us sisters are planning the baby shower.
Correct.
Yeah. Also, I got a follow-up from Captain Bill.
Captain
my
Bill!
Dad, Brie's father-in-law. He listened to one of our pods. Thanks, Dad, for listening.
Thanks, Dad. A man?
A man listening?
This must be our only man listener.
Well, we'll take it. But he asked if magnesium was also helpful for guys.
That's the cutest question I've ever heard.
Yeah. Well, it turns out it is.
Because you looked it up?
I looked it up. And it has a lot of the same benefits when it comes to like sleep, energy, focus, etc. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure Captain Bill is ordering some magnesium.
He's going to be so much. He's already the chillest.
Yeah,
he's
but I think
going to be even more chill.
I feel like he's always had like issues with sleep, so I think this will help him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it truly. Your mom got us onto it with the calm drink. She got me onto it.
Me too.
With the calm drink, and then our doctor put me on. It was like, no, actually, this is great, and she prescribed me basically the calm drink.
Right.
So
shout
out both your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Love it. Well, what are we chatting about today? What do we want?
Okay. First into the episode, it's just like all that's on everyone's minds. By the time this episode comes out, I think the summer house reunion will have already happened.
But it hasn't happened yet.
But it hasn't happened yet when we're talking. So like, but what I want to talk about more about the summer house thing, you can fast forward by like 2 minutes if you don't watch Summer House. We are big reality TV people.
We are.
Bravo specifically, I would say.
Yes.
And so this has been like consuming our lives.
Yeah. I've never texted Brie more than I have in the last like 4 days. It's like I wake up at 3 a.m., watch something, send it to her.
Yeah. And I like the voice notes are crazy. Like we basically should just stitch those together and we'd have a podcast.
We'd have a full up.
Yeah. Like it's been wild. But the one thing I do want to talk about is like a lot of people I know are like confused about like obviously it's like a big scandal in the, reality TV community, blah, blah, blah. But the one thing that I want to touch on, which is more evergreen, so it doesn't matter when you're listening to this, is being like the only Black person in a primarily white space and what that means for dating and the way people perceive you. And I think, so I'm half Black, half white if you're listening for the first time and I'm not on video. And so I grew up raised by my mother and her family, and that's the white side of my family.
Yeah.
The most amazing people in the entire world. And so the way I grew up was primarily in white spaces.
Yeah.
And Ciara on Summer House reminds me so much of myself in so many ways. Mm-hmm. Like I feel
you're a supermodel.
Well, first of all, I want to clear that part up. No one looks like her. Yeah, she literally is insane. So doesn't remind me of myself in that way. Not like selling myself short, but I mean, she's like, she should be like married to an A-list celebrity model. So she reminds me of myself in so many ways because like one, she has like a difficult relationship with her biological father, just like I have. 2, she, I think in earlier seasons, like put a lot of her self-worth in like how men perceive her, which is like how I used to be before therapy. And then you kind of watch this transformation of her. Mm-hmm. And I just find her to be like, and I normally when I watch reality TV, I'm watching it because I'm like, these people are crazy. And like, I love to make fun of them, blah, blah, blah. But like, I actually think she's like a very good person.
I agree.
And like a decent human. And so like.
She's top of the list of who I'd actually want to be friends with.
Yes. And that list is very short.
Very short.
So I would actually be friends with her. I just think that like what was done to her is so fucked up in multiple ways. Like take race out of it, the friendship betrayal is insane. And then if you look at it from that lens, when she had that episode this season, one of the most powerful reality TV moments I've seen in my entire life was like a diverse cast, not an all Black cast, which you see this happen, a diverse cast all holding space for someone talking about the issues they've had, being the only Black person in a white space and what that means on a national stage, how you are allowed to act versus how it's perceived. And then you have this white woman who's your friend who in the moment it looks like she really understands.
Right.
And I was even one of those people who, when I was watching the dynamics with like Wes, Jesse, blah, 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 I was like, you are letting these white men play you. And it's embarrassing. And it reminded me of myself back in the day, letting white men play me, embarrassing. And so I looked at it as like with empathy, because I was like, I've been there. But at the same time, like her realizing that, coming to that understanding, knowing, you know, I'm married to a white man at this point, like it just, for them to have done that to her after she brought that up is like so fucked.
I mean, it's so messed up. Like if they don't fall in love, have babies and stay married for 50 years, it's not, it can never be okay.
Yeah. And like first and foremost, like, I mean, not first and foremost, but like we are like business women.
Yeah.
And so like for me, I'm like, Amanda, you were like getting the Ariana Maddox treatment.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you were getting brand deals, Marie Claire interviews, like da-da-da-da-da. And like brands are like dropping her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you squandered your future opportunities for that?
I know.
For a situationship with someone who's banging like half of New York?
I mean, she probably didn't
Lisa
know.
Barless.
Yeah. I mean, she probably didn't realize he was banging half of New York. But even still, I think there's so much on social media about how, you know, she's getting more of the brunt of this than he's getting.
She betrayed her best friend.
Yeah, I think this
West
is
is horrible.
At
obviously.
the end of the day, like we have come, unfortunately, to expect this from somebody like West.
Yes.
We did not expect it from somebody like Amanda.
No.
And like, you know, I don't agree with cyberbullying.
No, of course
Like,
not. That's insane.
And she definitely like has had her mental health struggles. Like I can hold empathy for her while also being just so disappointed.
Yeah. And it's also like there's this whole conversation about Amanda's mental health in this moment. And like, what about Ciara's?
Totally.
She's on Prozac too.
Right.
Just because, and she's a, you know, again, it's a stereotype. Amanda's a consistent victim a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's great that she opened up about her mental health struggles. I'm sure Ciara is a little bit more guarded about them, and that has a lot to do with her race.
Right. Right. I mean, I'm going to come here to watch the reunion. We have to watch it together.
Yes, we have to watch it together.
But I mean, I was so bummed when you and I, before it was like even confirmed that we took way more than 2 minutes, by the way, but
sorry
to talk about this. But even before it was confirmed, I remember texting you being like, this has got to be an April Fool's joke.
I was like, there's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way.
Because my female friendships are so important. They're not important. They're like vital to like my survival.
Especially when you get to the big age of 34, which is what Amanda's at.
Yeah.
That's when you really, really, really understand how important that shit is.
And like, unless it's not going to be a thing. Like, unless you're like, wow, this guy is the great love of my life, I have to talk to Ciara.
Yeah.
Like that's the only option. And even then I'm like, he's not the great, we all know he's not the great love of your life. So walk away. Yeah. What are you doing?
Girl, Clay went on like one date with my roommate in college. I didn't touch him.
No.
For like over 10 years.
Yeah. Right.
She's like married now. And I'm like, okay. Like,
yeah, totally. Yeah. I don't know. Well, anyway, I will debrief after the reunion for sure, because this has been so top of mind. But yeah. I'm so glad that you're bringing all of that up, because it is such like the racial aspects of it are such an important
I think they can be confusing
combo.
too. And like, I'm definitely not someone who's going to make everything about race, but when it is, I think it's important to talk about it. And like, I think it can be confusing about how race plays into this. Like, it took me a minute to be like, connect these dots. Okay, this is actually, race does have a huge factor in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, what shall we talk to the listeners about that's not Bravo related?
Yeah. Well, everything's Bravo related, but
no, it's not in this episode.
It's not. We promise. We promise.
Yeah.
Okay. Tune back in. So I want to talk about some attachment styles.
Okay, great.
Because I feel like everyone kind of knows what they are, but maybe hasn't quite understood what theirs is.
Yeah.
And like how common it is to have a mixture of them. I think people think you're like in one of these 3 categories. Most people are like a combination.
Okay.
And so I want to take a page out of your book, give you a little quiz.
I actually don't know what I am.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Let's do it.
And I don't think anyone knows what they are. Okay. So I just want to talk about
what are the 3?
Yeah. And I want to talk a little bit about what they are. So it's like the way you relate to other people in close relationships. Like it's like how you give love, how you receive it, how you act when you feel like someone might be pulling away. Okay. Comes from psychology. And there's 3 main ones. Secure, which is like the gold standard. You're comfortable with closeness. You trust people. You don't freak out when someone takes hours to text you back. Like, you know, anxious. You love hard and you worry hard. You need a lot of reassurance. You've definitely drafted and deleted a text like 3 times before sending it to someone casually and be like, haha, yeah, totally, you know?
Yeah.
And then avoidant is the next one. So you value independence to the point where intimacy kind of makes you want to bolt. And this isn't because you don't care, you do, but closeness just feels like a lot to you. You're the person who says, I'm fine when they're not fine.
Okay.
And these are just patterns that you've picked up, you know, everyone's picked up throughout their whole lives. And there's definitely something you can do about them. Yeah. And it's good to know in your relationships what attachment style you have. So then you can then recognize it and improve on it. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you some questions.
Great.
And maybe just like write down your answer somewhere. Sure. And if you're listening along, you can write down or just kind of remember. It's just ABC, so it shouldn't be too hard to remember. Write down or etc. what you put down, and then at the end you can see what attachment style you have. Okay. Okay. So question number 1. Well, first of all, I'm curious before we get started, which one do you identify with the most?
I think I'm probably going to end up being a combination of hopefully secure and avoidant.
Okay.
I think is probably my most likely combination.
I can see that. Okay, I can see that. Okay, you text someone you're close to and they leave you on read for 3 hours. What's your internal monologue? A, they're probably busy. I'll hear from them later. No biggie. B, okay, but are they mad at me? Did I say something? Let me reread my last 47 messages. Or C, cool, I didn't really need to talk anyway. I've got stuff to do.
For sure, if somebody texts me or if I text somebody and it takes them 3 hours to get back, I haven't thought about it at all. Yeah. So I'm A. But that's because
we're not texters.
I'm a terrible texter. Yeah. I think I have like hundreds of unread text messages.
Yeah. I feel like that question is a lot of the time it's based on like your communication style too. So I think that's like a tough one.
I'm going to give it A. Yeah. Because I think that like makes the most sense for this one. But yeah, I didn't even notice. Yeah. if I didn't get a text back for 3 hours.
Okay. You're in an argument. Question 2.
Okay.
Okay. You're dating someone new and things are going well. They mention they have a really busy week ahead. How do you handle it? A, okay, cool. We'll catch up when things slow down. No pressure. B, totally understand. Text 3 times by Wednesday just to check in. Who's doing that?
Yikes.
If you are, it's okay.
It's okay.
We'll work on it.
Yeah.
C, oh good, me too actually. Genuinely relieved to have the space.
Definitely C.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I like get so excited when people are like, I can't hang with you.
Yeah, you're like, great, because like we be busy. Yeah. Okay. Question 3. You're in an argument with someone close to you. What's your move? A, I want to work through this. Let's talk it out. B, I need to fix this right now. I cannot go to bed like this. I will not. C, I need some space to process, then disappears for like 24 to 48 hours.
Ooh, it depends on the person.
Yeah.
I think if it were you or Clay or one of my best friends or something, it's probably A. Mm-hmm. But for most other people, it's probably C.
Okay.
So I'm going to give myself an A/C for that one.
I think that's good. I'm B on this one.
Yeah.
I can't have like something hanging over my head.
I used to be a B for sure when I was younger. But I had a boyfriend and I was a B with him and he was like a C.
Yep.
And it made me realize like I I'm hurting this. I'm making it worse by pushing my like, I have to solve this right now.
Yep.
And so it kind of trained me out of it, maybe more so into his style, which was probably a C. But also I think like it was a good recognition of everybody processes differently.
So true. And I'm learning that in my relationship because Clay needs space. Yeah. And when I give him the appropriate amount of time and space, the next discussion is so productive.
Right.
If I halt that time and try to fix it sooner, it just ends up into argument number 2.
Yeah.
And so I've had to learn he needs a space, but he's also had to learn that I
can't just sit on
have
it.
like abandonment issues. So like if he needs to take space, he has to tell me how long he needs the space for.
Yeah.
And then if he needs more time, he has to tell me I need more time.
Yeah.
And here's how much time.
Yeah. Yeah. Like giving a time limit on it, or at least like an end in sight for somebody that feels like a B, I would imagine is helpful.
Yeah, I need that. Like, and then I'm like, okay, we can talk about this in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then I'm not just running around like freaking Energizer Bunny.
Yeah.
Okay. So question 4, someone tells you, I love you first. Your gut reaction is A, warmth, happiness. You probably say it back easily. B, relief, finally. You've been holding that in for a month. C, mild panic, a smile. You say thank you and pray they don't notice. But like, how do you know? Because you have to know how you feel about the person.
Yeah, that's a hard one. I think, I think if I met the right guy, it would be the A.
Yeah.
I think the idea of it, I jump to C.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah. It takes a lot for me. I mean, I'm a Scorpio. Like I like to like hear everybody's deepest, darkest, and I can keep it like a vault. But like when it comes to sharing my own, it's hard for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying. Yeah. I'm going to give myself another AC.
Oh, okay. Yeah. AC. Perfect. Okay. Question 5, the tiebreaker. Be honest. When things are going really well in a relationship, do you ever find yourself waiting for the other shoe to drop? A, not really. I try to enjoy it. B, yes, absolutely. Why are they being so nice? What does it mean? Is this real? C, things going well actually kind of makes me want to pull back a little, like it's too much.
I think A.
Yeah. I'm definitely B.
Yeah. It was in your vows.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was like beautiful because it's so relatable and so like vulnerable to say like your vows were so beautiful about like, it's scary. Like you are waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Totally. Story of my life.
Yeah.
Super healthy.
Yeah. I mean, like it's not unhealthy or healthy. It's just how we are. And like being able to recognize it. It's what's important.
For sure. Okay. Let's tally you up.
Okay. So I got A, C, AC, AC, A. So I have 4 A's, 3 C's.
Okay.
So I'm mostly A, but mostly I'm A's. Pretty closely C.
Yeah. So that's like a really amazing.
Secure and avoidant.
It sounds like you're secure with some avoidant like tendencies.
Yeah.
But you've like, even the conversations we've had, you've like said like, oh, like I used to be that way.
Yeah.
And then in therapy, I worked on that and I've trained myself.
Yeah. I think though, if I used to be more anxious, B is anxious. Mm-hmm. And then I did go to therapy. I did put up a big wall.
Yeah.
After like my last relationships.
Yeah.
And so you want to swing from B to A. You want to go from anxious to secure. And I think I went from anxious to avoidant to then secure, so it's still happening. I'm still working on it, but
I think we all have like A and then like a mix of one of the other two.
Yeah. 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 Cause I had no B this time and you did.
Yeah. No, I'm like very B.
Yeah. Interesting.
B for Brie.
Okay.
But that's because like I grew up without a father. Yeah. That's literally why I have anxious attachment. Because I'm like, when are you going to leave me?
Right.
Right. Yeah. But I don't feel that way about your brother. I know he's not going to leave me.
No. Well, I'll fucking kill him.
Yeah. But that took a lot of healing.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Love that. Okay. So if you took the test and you got mostly A's, you're pretty secure. It's amazing. Mostly B's, you're in the anxious club with me. It's crowded here. Mm-hmm. Although I would never text someone multiple times in a week to check in after they said they had a busy week.
You would let them come to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would go avoidant with that. I'd be like, I'm busy too.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Mostly C's, you're avoidant, kind of thinking about how to change the subject. And then a mix of everything is completely normal. Most people are a blend. You might be secure in some relationships and anxious in others, depending on the dynamic that you have.
Yeah.
Which I think is really important to look at because like we were saying, like it depends on the person.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I think if it's not dependent on the person when you're answering these questions, then you like clearly have a pattern.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're like, oh, for everybody, it would be a B, then like maybe you are a B kind of a thing. But if it makes sense if we're a blend that you should have, you know, different reactions for different people.
Yeah. And so if you kind of came up and you took this at home and you're more of one thing, just like go online and look at, you know, what that attachment style means. And then if you're in therapy, you can kind of talk to your therapist about it. Or if you're not, you can kind of just do more research, I think, via Claude or chat and just kind of see like what the vibe is.
Yeah.
But Claude and chat are not a therapist.
No, not a therapist. We go to them for literal facts and information.
Yes. Don't start like getting all into the
I think like a pep talk here and there is totally fine. I've asked like chat like, hey, I'm going into like a big presentation. Can you give me a little pep talk or something? I think those are fine. I think when you're getting into like the deeper root and feelings of things, like have a therapist.
Right. Because
you can supplement
it's trained to
with
agree with you.
Yeah, totally.
So that's where the issue comes in. So anyway, that's attachment styles.
Yeah.
And I hope that was helpful.
I loved it.
And now you know.
Now I know.
Now you know you're just a secure bitch.
I'm a secure avoidant bitch.
Yeah.
Love that for us. Okay, well, the topic I wanted to cover off on was cortisol, because I think we've actually talked about a fair amount of different topics that are around stress. You had mentioned like you had gone to an Emercy appointment. She said your cortisol was really high. And we've talked about like the neurochemicals in our brain that deliver happiness and how stress like affects that. So I kind of wanted to go into cortisol because I think it's talked about nonstop on the internet.
Nonstop.
Literally every third.
It's also
TikTok
like marketing. They're trying to sell you stuff.
For sure. Yeah. Like the different powders and everything like
that. Do you have moon face? You have cortisol. And like, you probably just need to like lay off the alcohol or something.
Okay. Well, I was sitting in bed being like, you know what I don't really know about cortisol? Like anything. Yeah. Except for like it causes like weight gain and like fatigue, but like what the fuck is it?
Yeah.
Like I
know they tell me mine's high. I don't know what it is.
Okay. So cortisol this is the way to think about it. Ready?
Okay.
Cortisol is your like built-in alarm system. It's a hormone that's made by your adrenal glands, and it helps you wake up in the morning. It gives you energy and focus, and it kicks in when your body thinks it needs to survive.
Oh.
So cortisol is not the enemy. It's your body trying to protect you. So cortisol itself is not bad.
Right.
Your body is designed for survival. It's not designed for the modern life we currently have. So back in the day, cortisol was used for running from danger, fighting threats, and staying alert in risky environments.
So now we're getting like a cortisol boost that would cause us to like fight a lion. But like now we're just like, that was a scary thing I read on the internet.
Yes,
what do I do with this?
Yeah. So what's happening biologically is that your brain detects a threat. It signals your body via an HPA axis. I'm a scientist. And then cortisol gets released. And then cortisol increases your heart rate and releases glucose energy because it thinks you need energy, sharpens focus, and then temporarily shuts down non-essential systems like digestion, reproduction, etc.
So that's what makes you fat.
Right. So you're like the truth is your body, when you have high cortisol, is literally preparing you to survive, even if that threat is just a stressful email.
Because back in the day, it's like, threat, we're not going to eat for multiple days. We're in danger.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about what cortisol is good for, because you never hear that. So cortisol is essential. And when it's working properly, it helps you wake up like a natural morning spike. It improves performance for like presentations, workouts, first dates.
Love.
It keeps inflammation in check if it's in short bursts. And then it helps you respond quickly in high stakes moments. So that little adrenaline cortisol boost before a big meeting, that's why you perform better, not worse.
Oh.
So it's not all bad in the cortisol world.
But like what happens when you take a beta blocker? that just stills your heart rate. It doesn't stop cortisol production.
I know literally nothing about beta blockers. We should do an episode on a beta blocker because I've heard great things.
Let's take them and then do the pod.
Yeah.
So, like,
I think that's
live
a great
experiment.
Idea. Yeah, totally.
When I'm not pregnant.
Okay, well, here's where cortisol goes wrong for modern life. So the issue isn't cortisol, it's chronic cortisol. Your body now thinks you're in danger all the time because of constant notifications, work stress, dating anxiety, overthinking, and lack of rest. So cortisol is meant to spike and then come back down, but now it's spiking and it's just staying elevated. Okay, so when cortisol stays high, this is like where it affects you physically is you'll have poor sleep and you wake up in the night, belly fat retention, blood sugar swings, and fatigue.
Yeah. How does it manifest for you?
Oh, definitely like weight gain and definitely sleep.
Yeah, for me, sleep.
And fatigue. I think all of these.
Fatigue is probably my number one.
Yeah.
And weight gain, obviously, for everyone. I think it's more like weight staying. Like it keeps weight on for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it can be weight gain too. It also affects you mentally and emotionally by giving you anxiety and making you overthink, irritability, feeling on edge for no reason, and difficulty focusing.
I am irritable.
Are you?
I'm just an irritable person. Yeah. No, that's just me.
Well, and to tie into your section before too, from like a behavioral standpoint, it's reactivity in relationships, seeking reassurance or shutting down, and reading into everything. So you might be feeling like you're more of a B because your cortisol is so high.
Ah. And maybe that's why I'm more chill pregnant, because I just feel like really secure right now and good.
Yeah.
So like I feel less stressed.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of what we think is a personality issue is really just our nervous system issue because of the cortisol in it. Okay, so here's a deeper insight. Your brain prioritizes survival over happiness. Your brain prioritizes survival over everything.
Right.
So when your body feels unsafe, you will overthink, you will seek control, and you will react emotionally. Not because you're being dramatic, but because your biology is actually doing its job.
That is like, knit that on a pillow. Like your body prioritizes survival over everything.
Everything. Yeah.
And we're fine. Like we're rarely in real danger in today's world in America.
Right.
We're privileged in America.
Yeah.
Me and Cambria are rarely in real danger.
Right. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a quick analogy for this. So cortisol is like a smoke alarm, and it's amazing when there's actually a fire, but it's a problem when it's going off all day because you made toast.
Oh, shit.
Good analogy.
This is like some bars. Bars.
I'm dead. Okay. All right. So let's talk about how we can lower our cortisol. Okay. Because that's what we all need, right? So the first one is you got to regulate your body.
Yeah.
So the go-to tools for this would be a physiological sigh. So it's 2 inhales and 1 long exhale.
Clay asks me why I'm always sighing. He's crazy the amount of time he's sighing. I'm like, it relieves my stress.
Yeah. Well, you got to do 2 inhales, 1 long, and it's called a physiological sigh.
Great.
Okay. Cold water on your face, which you brought up in a previous episode.
Oh, yeah.
It literally resets your system. And then shake it out or walk it out. So if you're spiraling, you don't need to journal first. Just regulate first.
Yeah. No, the walk when you're like thinking about something is like, boom.
Yeah.
Go for a walk.
Next thing you can do is if you fix your morning, you can fix your cortisol curve.
Bro, I've been saying morning routines are it.
It's it. So cortisol is supposed to spike in the morning and then taper off. Yeah. If you mess with this, you'll feel off all day. So you need to get sunlight within 30 to 60 minutes of waking for 10 to 20 minutes. Not a long time. Daily caffeine, 60 to 90 minutes after waking if you can. And then eat protein early. It prevents crashes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Walking is also underrated medicine for cortisol.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you love a walk. I hate walking. I hate any exercise. I hate it all. I do it.
We got to get you a walking pad for your living room so you can watch a little show and walk.
I do have a little foot one.
It's like the same thing.
Yeah, I do have it. And I've used it. I hate working out, but I do it.
Yeah.
Because I know I have to. Okay. So walking is underrated medicine, especially outside without your phone.
Oh, well.
You should leave your phone.
I need to listen to a podcast while I walk if I'm not with, but I'll leave my phone if I'm walking with Clay, which I do a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, come on, I need a pod. Stop.
Yeah, a pod.
You're asking too much.
Yeah. Okay. And that just signals to your brain like we're safe enough to wander. That's what you're telling your brain because of the survival thing.
Yeah.
You need to reduce false emergencies. So your cortisol spikes every time your brain thinks something is urgent. So modern life equals constant fake urgency.
Right. And it is mostly fake.
Mostly fake.
Yeah.
So you need to reduce your notifications.
I have all mine turned off.
Reduce your emails if possible. It's hard to do, but filter some of those out for like later on. Reduce your texts. I have no problem with that because I just leave them on unread. I'm so sorry to all my friends who I haven't texted back. I love you dearly. Just give me a call.
Just call her.
And then social media.
Yeah, the social media thing is something I really need to work on.
Yeah.
That is like my phone addiction is like Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah.
And I like really want to start doing like I have deleted. I have a time limit. But I think I need to actually just delete the apps like more often.
Our friend Allie did that for like a long time with her Instagram.
Yeah. Well, Clay does it. He's good. He'll like delete it. He'll be like, I'm deleting them during the week for these like 4 days. And he'll do it pretty regularly. I need to get better at that.
Yeah. I think here a fix is like, we just need to stop treating everything like it needs an immediate response.
Yeah.
So outside of things from work, or you can even use like some of our tools from work. Like a lot of times with work, I've got so many things due that when a client email comes through, I'll say like, confirming receipt.
Yeah.
We'll work on this. But like, I'm not going to send the whole thing and like make it all urgent because I'm also going to put together a worse product for them if I do that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then sleep is your biggest lever for cortisol.
Oh, yeah.
High cortisol equals bad sleep. Bad sleep equals higher cortisol. This is a brutal cycle. So consistent sleep and wake times are very helpful. No alcohol close to bed. Let's get rid of anxiety if possible. Wind down routine, even if it's a 10-minute routine.
Yeah. Start slow if you don't have one. If you're not sleeping well. If you're sleeping well, don't worry about it.
Yep. Magnesium also helps with cortisol. It's calming. It helps you sleep. I literally every night I take it, within an hour, I am asleep.
It's the best.
And any nights I forget to take it, I have terrible fucking sleep.
Agreed.
And then the other thing you can do, if you feel like you're doing a lot of these things, but it feels like your cortisol is still high, you need to create some safety signals in your day. So safety signals can be like laughing with friends, being in nature, having a slow morning, wake up earlier than you would normally wake up so that you can have an hour to yourself.
Even if you're tired and just sitting on the couch, it'll help.
Yeah.
You don't
and
have to
then
do
nothing without guilt.
Yeah.
I did that last weekend. I had my plans get canceled on Saturday.
The best.
Yeah. And I did nothing but read. By the way, I finished the 5th book of the ACOTAR series. I did nothing but read. And at the end of the day, I was starting to feel guilty because I hadn't cleaned my house. I hadn't done anything. I hadn't talked to anybody. And then I was like, why the fuck am I feeling guilty?
Yeah.
I just read all day. Like, that's so nice for me.
It's so great and good for your mind and body and spirit and soul. And also like enjoy those moments when you have them because they're rare for both of us. And I think they're rare for most people listening when you just have a whole day to read. So like when you get that day, don't feel bad about it. Take advantage.
Yeah.
Because you don't get those until you're like retired.
Yeah, totally.
And even then, like...
Yeah.
You still got stuff to do. Bill still has to bring me lunch. He's retired. He has to bring me lunch every week.
It's so nice. We love that. Cat and Bill. Yeah, I think, not shocking, the overall takeaway here is regulating your nervous system. Not only does it help with procrastination, which we talked about a couple episodes ago, but it brings down your cortisol. You can do all these like, I don't even remember their names, Nello, Calm, like all the powders and shit that you're getting sold on TikTok. Like do it. Like if that's what you want to do it.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, like you need to make some like true behavioral changes. A powder's not going to get you there.
Yeah, don't buy a bunch of stuff like at first. If it's going to motivate you to tackle like the issue, then sometimes if I'm in a workout slump, like I'll get a new set, it's like those type of things. But if like the tools are in your house already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the biggest takeaway that I got out of this was that cortisol is not bad. Cortisol is how we survive.
Yeah.
It's the world around us that's spiking it that we need to like quiet and calm down.
Yeah. It's like what I said like a few episodes ago. Like we're not meant to know all the information and absorb all the information that we do. Our brains are meant to know about like a couple, like 100 people in our orbit, max.
Yeah.
Like the village that we live in.
Right.
We're not supposed to know what's going on. I mean, I'm glad I know what's going on in Iran.
Yes.
We're not supposed to.
Right.
Like our brain isn't wired for it.
Right.
So manage that stress as best you can. Take care of yourselves.
Yeah. Well, here's to us taking care of ourselves, feeling better, keeping our stress levels low. Yeah. Especially during your pregnancy.
Yeah. No, I've been good at that.
I bet.
Because I just like don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So
there's such bigger things to care about.
Stop caring.
Yeah.
And on that note, have a great day.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Sister-in-Law.
If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a 5-star review to help get the word out about the show. And be sure to subscribe so you never miss another conversation.